Guys, so sorry to be late. I don't know why every time Mercury is in retrograde that when I start trying to go live, I my computer starts acting up. So sorry for the delay. But yeah, we have a very exciting show tonight. First of all, I want to debunk the protein myth. Welcome to everyone who's gonna join us tonight. If you noticed, I haven't really posted up. I haven't really posted up my stuff on my YouTube channel. Please bear with me. I am not very techno savvy. I need to stop saying that, but I'm gonna get it together and I'm gonna post those videos for you guys this week. So this week on this week's show, we're going to be debunking the protein myth. We're going to be talking about AIDS and other man-made viruses and how they affect the body. We're going to be talking about emotions and emotional conditions and the impact that they do have on the body, okay? And we're also going to be talking about my book. Oh my gosh, I can't actually believe I'm saying that. Dreams do become a reality. I've been dreaming about this maybe since I was 10 years old. And it's finally become a reality. The book is, well, we're going to talk about that later. Usually, of course, you know, we're going to start off with a meditation because we got to keep the vibes high. Y'all know I'm big on that. I really do not go through my days without meditating. I like guided meditations, and one show we're going to cover meditations. I like guided meditations, and so guided meditations are basically where somebody's talking you through and guiding you through the meditation, okay? And I don't really like to sit and try to clear my mind. Like that kind of meditation doesn't really work for me. I also love to chant. I like to chant what are called mantras. And these also help to basically balance the left side and the right side of the brain. And hi guys. Wave. They all and it also helps to just raise your life condition no matter what state you're in. I mean, this chant has brought me through a lot of depressing times. It's really helped to just really clear things and make things start flowing for you. So I don't know if you can see, it's nam myoho renge. So myoho, like Tokyo. Myoho, nam, myoho, renge, kyo. Okay, so nam, myoho, renge, kyo. And if you have watched the Tina Turner movie, you'll know that this is the chant that she chants. And even just the other day, there were several, there was a post about several of her victories that she's used this chant to overcome. And a lot of Hollywood actors and actresses actually chant this chant. It's very powerful. So we're going to do a little bit of it tonight. Yay, I'm excited. Trust me, you could just really use this chant. You could go to sgiusa.org. I think it's sgi-usa.org. And you could go online and go on YouTube and find videos where you could chant along with those videos, okay? So we are going into this chant. It's very, as you know, Japan basically, chants Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. They're very peaceful. When I went to Japan, I hardly saw any police with any gun. The people were very organized and together, very loving, very respectful of each other. So, you know, this is really like a good chant. The other day I watched a video where they were getting the students into, and this is happening in Jamaica. I was so freaking excited. There was a school, I think in St. Catherine, I'm not sure, in Rollington Town, one of them places where they were having issues with the students, and they got them on transcendental meditation. And the reviews, everything that has become of that project is so remarkable. The students are excelling like nothing else. They have stopped fighting each other. They've started living in unity. So we're going to chant, and usually when I'm chanting, I just visualize what I want. Usually I visualize just like love for the country. I visualize people living in unity. I visualize people eating well and living healthy, people living their dreams, that kind of a thing. So we're going to chant for maybe like a minute. I just want you guys to get familiar with what it sounds like, and so that you can do it by yourselves at home, okay? So, hold on one second. I'm gonna, so when you hear the sound of the bell, that's going to signify when it starts. And these little bells, you could get online, and they are very good for cleansing your house. Sound vibration is very important, and this is actually when I do my aura cleanses, I also cleanse. Sound vibration really does help to cleanse your energy space, so I like these little things. So we're going to ring it to begin, and then we're going to ring it to end, okay? Nam myoho renge kyo. Nam myoho renge kyo. Nam myoho renge kyo. Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, 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 Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, 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 Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge kyo, Nam-myoho renge, Nam-myoho renge kyo, 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 Nam-myoho renge kyo. Thank you. So, yay. That chant always, I knew that was gonna happen. Always uplifts my energy and my vibes and keeps me on a high, you know what I'm saying? That's just one of them that I use though. So now we're going to go into talking about the protein myth. All right. So, when we're growing up, we hear that we need to eat our meats, we need to eat up our proteins. Actually, when you look at the chart of the food that we need, meat is basically, hey Sheena, meat is basically meat and dairy products are like on the top of the list. And then, your fruits and your veggies are like down at the bottom. What has happened is the food chart was actually reversed by the meat and dairy industry, okay? And this whole feeding of you need milk, you need meat to get protein is actually a myth. Because when you think about it, first of all, cows, gorillas, elephants, all the animals that eat only grass and nuts and they are vegetarians, rhinoceros and them, they're really strong. Okay, so and they don't get protein from anywhere because they don't get protein from any meat because they don't eat meat. Okay, and they're very strong. So let's just blow that out of the way right away. And then second of all, protein breaks down into amino acids. So any kind of protein that you intake, you are going to need, your body is going to work real hard to break that protein down. You understand what I'm saying? So when your body has to work extra hard, but in fruits and in vegetables and in nuts and grains and stuff like that, you can take those things in and they can just give you the building blocks, which are amino acids, for you to just build your own protein. So when you take in protein from sources like meat sources, you have to break that down into amino acids and then build your own protein from that. When you take in amino acids from fruits and vegetables and nuts and natural sources, you could just use those building blocks right away, right? So you really do not need protein like they are saying. And when you really think about it, there are so many plant sources that have more protein, that when you take in a lot of excess meat, and I'm not trying to make vegetarians out of anybody, I'm just sharing information and helping you guys to keep a balance, okay? When you take in excess meat, it breaks down into uric acid. And what uric acid does, it robs your body of calcium, and it also, so when, it's robbing your bones. And not only does it rob your body of calcium, but then to compensate for the excess uric acid, your body needs to now create excess mucus. And when it creates excess mucus, then it starts drowning in this excess mucus, okay? So you really need to limit your meat intake, because then you're taking in too much uric acid and it's making your bones weak and it's making your body basically burn up with all of this uric acid, okay? And not only that, but it's building up your cholesterol and everything. And for those people who have diabetes, I'm going to tell you right now, if you really want to help, your diabetes can be cured. The reason why they say diabetes can't be cured is because you have to go on a very strict regime to cure diabetes. I'm talking about like a raw food diet, at least for 6 months. But it can be cured. I probably shouldn't say that. It's probably not legal for me to say that. But people have cured that. I've studied case studies, and even juvenile diabetes, that they say you're born and something is wrong with your pancreas and it can never be cured. I've been studying case studies where people have cured themselves and have healed. Let me not use cured. Let me use healed. They have healed themselves from these things. Okay, so, my lecturers, they basically teach there are no incurable diseases, there are only incurable people. And incurable people are people who are just not willing to put in the work, to do what it's needed to do, to heal themselves. And I'm not judging anyone. I know how difficult it is to break karmic cycles, to break patterns that have been instilled in us from birth, okay? but we're just, for future generations. Come on. So, and sometimes we just didn't know. I didn't know a lot of these things that I'm studying now. So if you're diabetic, you really want to change your diet. You really want to get a lot of greens in. You want to, especially like wheatgrass. You want to exercise. You need to start exercising because with diabetes, oxygen is not getting to your cells, okay? So you really want to start exercising. You want to do deep breathing. You should be just practicing deep breathing on a whole anyways, okay? So, and diabetes is really serious because, and just to let you know, taking in insulin is actually what causes diabetes to cause people to go blind and impotent. Okay, it's not the diabetes itself, it's the taking in of the insulin. Now the pancreas, which is what really starts to malfunction when in most cases of diabetes, yeah, but you have to put out the energy out there and there are a lot of people who are starting farming momo. So you have to really try to make the effort. If you do eat meat, try to get the hormone free. In the US, you do have choices. Try to hit up them farmers market. I know in the winter, I really do not think anybody should be living anywhere that gets cold. I'm so sorry. I couldn't do it. Kudos to y'all. But where was I? So in diabetes, it's a very serious condition because first of all, it destroys the lining of your cells, and then it starts destroying your organs, and it leads to all kind of breakdown of the body basically. So you really want to try to get that in control. I would recommend a raw food diet for anybody who is diabetic prone. Get on a raw food diet, and I'm about to go on a raw food diet myself. Like I'm 80% raw, and I love it. Like I love it. You don't miss anything. I'm telling you, your taste buds will eventually change anyway. Once you start changing your diet, your taste buds are going to change. And one of the reasons why people do not taste or like the taste of natural foods is because they are zinc deficient. Yes. So if you're eating a lot of processed foods and you're not getting your proper nutrients, you are going to be zinc deficient, and then certain foods are not going to be palatable to you. You're not going to like them. But when you start making the effort and changing your diet, you're going to find that your taste buds change, and that it's easier for you to maintain that. And also somebody was asking me about, and I did mention this before, when you're having cravings, that simply means that you have parasites. And especially when you start eating natural, having a natural diet, your parasites are going to start, putting up a fight, and they're going to put out, making you crave junk food and food that they can thrive off. Another point that I wanted to point out was the point of vitamin B12. And they say that vegetarians can't get that because the only source that you can get that from is meat. Well, vitamin B12 is manufactured in the body. God makes no mistakes. Like, hello, the universe makes no mistakes. Why would the universe make a body tell you in the Bible and everywhere, herbs is the healing of the nation, the herbs was given unto you, and then as a vegetarian, you can't get B12? That don't make no sense. What happens is that the bacteria in the body is what makes B12. And a lot of people, their bacteria, their good flora is off. Okay, so that is the issue. A lot of us, we have been taking antibiotics, so it kills the good and the bad bacteria. So especially in the stomach, it kills the good and the bad bacteria in the stomach. So what happens is that there's no bacteria to manufacture the vitamin B12. Vegetarians are not the only people who are lacking in that vitamin. Okay, so these are the things that you need to look into because, people are paid to put certain things out there just to say whatever. But common sense, as I keep saying, is the most important thing when it comes down to dealing with your health. You have to really break it down and see what actually makes sense. So now we're going to be talking about The other day I went to a function about AIDS, and by now most people should know that AIDS is a man-made virus. It has a patent, so you can go Google it. Also Ebola, smallpox, a lot of viruses that are out there were and they keep working on these things all the time. It's biological warfare. Ugh. I don't really like to pay attention to those things and give them power, but I like to keep people informed. And also you remember the swine flu, things like those. So viruses that are man-made were actually made. So you know the immune system is what defends the body. And so when a natural virus comes into the body, builds up, fights against it, builds up its immunity and heals and moving right along. When a man-made virus enters the body, it is manufactured to bypass all of those, immune defenses and go and take set into the body. So recently when I was at the AIDS function, I was learning that you can actually take medication to suppress the AIDS virus so it's not detectable and that you do not pass it on. And I was so excited to hear that because I was like, there you go. So you can actually, to me, get rid of it altogether out of your body. As I always say to people, fasting. Guided fasting, make sure that it's guided, but regular, I need to go back on another fast as well. So stay tuned to my IG page, these pages, and we're going to be doing more fasts. We did one the other day and everybody got so many good results, but regular fasting will definitely help. And the other day, I was also in discussion with someone who is from Africa. And Africa is the dashwa down there. And what the people actually used to counteract that was anything green. So them just start blend up them greens and them herbs. And now there are so many people in Africa having babies, regular babies. They don't have the virus anymore. You understand what I'm saying? So you can actually, if you have any of these viruses, and most of us are prone, a lot of people, frown upon people that have herpes. Most of us have been exposed to herpes because you don't have to have sex to have any of these STDs or be exposed to any of these viruses. It's not like just all about sex and being promiscuous. You understand? Even herpes, you could get it from hotel towels, you could get it from plates eaten, you know what I mean? So the important thing is to have your immune system so developed, so up there that it is able to fight off all these viruses. And I keep telling you, if your body is clean and nourished, viruses cannot exist. Viruses only exist in places where they can get garbage to eat. And even these man-made viruses, even if they want to stay dormant for a while, eventually they will have to just leave once you keep pushing in the medicine, the bitter medicine that them don't like, to get them out. So yeah, and as I was saying before, you could go do your research and to see that it sounds like conspiracy theory and all of those things, but these things are, to me, I don't even know. I'm just like, okay, these things are supposed to be things that everybody knows these days, that these things do exist where people actually go into. I had dreams about genetically modified mosquitoes from before they actually admitted that a lot of the mosquitoes that was causing chick V and all of these things were genetically modified. So if they're genetically modifying the mosquitoes and putting all kind of viruses in them, like the chick V, because even chick V also was manufactured to bypass the immune system. That's why it stays in the body and then it flares up every now and again. So you really wanna, and stress is a killer, can I tell you? Stress and worry really does cause these things to flare up. So you really wanna make sure that you really want to make sure that you keep your life stress-free. Meditation, that's why I'm always on top of my meditation, spending time in nature. Also what you want to do, because we do pick up a lot of static energy from our phones, from TVs, just from people, from being around computers and all of that. You want to walk barefoot and spend time in nature, go hug trees, go swim in a river. We're so blessed in Jamaica. We have so many treasures. Go swim in the sea, go bury yourself in the sand. All those things are so very healing. Make sure you get a little sun. A whole lot of people don't like sun, but you know, at certain times of the day, it's pretty good not to spend no one whole lot of time in it. And another note on that is that you can't get skin cancer from the sun. The sun brings up what's already in the body. So if the body has cancerous cells in it, the sun is going to bring that to the surface. But the sun within itself does not cause skin cancer. Because then everybody who walk up and down naked in Africa and all of them South American countries would definitely, all of them would have just have skin cancer. Okay, so the sun does not cause skin cancer at all. So the other topic that I want to discuss, I want to keep this the shows really short and spicy. So moving right along, the other and I want you guys to actually maybe like make notes, because this is some really good information. Now, we all know that, well, not we all know, but usually what happens when we have a physical ailment is that there's a emotional connection involved. Okay, so that is why we are into energy healing and cleansing your auras and things like that. So you cleanse the energy before it actually becomes physically a part of, you know, 3D. Okay, so that is actually also, because sometimes when people come to me for readings, I am able to detect like sicknesses before they actually happen, and sicknesses that they don't even know about. And you know, even the other day somebody asked me to help the diabetic man that I helped. He was in a coma in the hospital, and I basically had a vision that his lungs was being filled up with water, and I told the hospital people that, and they had to drain his lungs. So they didn't even see that, and they were running all kind of tests on him. So energy is it's very important to be able to read energy, and we're all getting to that point. Trust me, the veil is very thin right now. I have to laugh because just off topic a little bit, the whole you know what, let me not even go there, but let me just say that right now the energy is very transparent. So I was just thinking about the couples that drama been going on with them, Kylie and Travis and Offset and Cardi B, and I've been telling people that I'm just like, I'm not feeling the love between these people, and I can sense when things are off between people, and everybody is getting like that. Everybody is getting psychic. Everybody is getting intuitive. So it don't make no sense to live a lie. It doesn't make any sense to live a lie. You're unhappy and you're just doing shit for the gram. No, because at the end of the day, it's your life that's being wasted. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody sees and knows. They're just like, okay. Because, I mean, I'm not going to say everybody, because a lot of people are still not awakened. But a lot of people are waking up, and a lot of people are getting intuitive and getting psychic and learning how to read energies and know when you're faking shit. Okay? So anyway, back to the topic. So when you're having like abdominal cramps, stomach aches and stuff like that, usually that comes from deep-seated fear within. Okay, so if you have regular stomach cramps and aches, the emotional connection between that is fear. So you want to use affirmations, and you want to use your meditation to, you know, basically trying to process those fears, trying to sit with them, wonder, you know, figure out why you're having those fears and how you can basically transcend them, okay? And one affirmation that you can use is, I trust the process of life and I am safe. Now this, I'm reading from this book, You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. This book, oh my goodness. If you see me now, this book, how should I say it now? Louise Hay, she's passed on, bless her soul. See you next lifetime, mama. But she does not like to be, you know, put on a pedestal, but I'm going to put her on a pedestal right now. She basically saved my life. Her book came to me, I got it as a gift, And let me tell you, it really does help. It helps you to overcome your fears. It helps to overcome and recognize subconscious blocks that you may have, that you may not even be aware of. That's why they're subconscious, okay? So she brought home to me that I wasn't really loving myself, that I thought I was so in love with myself. I thought I had high self-esteem, but she really put me on the path of self-love with this book, okay? And in the book there's a section in it that deals with these how should I say it now, these physical ailments and their emotional connections, okay? So the accidents, if you find yourself prone to accidents all the time, this is because you are refusing to speak up for yourself. And it also may have, it's also maybe because you are rebellious to authority and you are a bit violent. So it may be because there's some low-level anger, subconscious anger going on there that you need to take care of, okay? If you are prone to aches and pains, it's because you are longing for love and you are longing to be held. Oh, hugs, hugs. So usually, listen, love upon yourself, try to spend time with your family and friends. And the affirmation you can use for that is, I love and approve of myself. I am loving. I am lovable. Okay. So affirmations really do go a far way because we have been programmed. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on one second. Because we have been programmed to think that those things are like, narcissistic and all of that. But really and truly, we really need to shower on the self-love. We really do. And that is going to heal a lot of our ailments, believe you me. So if you're suffering from acne, it is because you're not accepting of yourself and there is some kind of dislike for yourself. I mean, of course, there are health issues where, if you're eating sugar and all of that, make sure, listen, this is not to say don't go to the doctor, don't go get your health issues checked out. This is not what this is saying. This is basically trying to show you a correlation to emotions and your physical ailments. So if you're suffering from acne, you really need to pour on self-love. You really need to pour on that longing for, you need to pour on that self-acceptance and learning to love yourself and accept yourself as you are for who you really are. And a lot of these conditions may be subconscious. As I said before, when I first came upon these books, I thought I was loving myself. I thought I was secure and confident and had high self-esteem. But no. So a lot of these things could be, are subconscious. So it's just for you to do the self-work and the chipping away, and things will be revealed. You will get the awareness and the download as to what you need to work on. If you have addictions, so when you have addictions, it means you're running from yourself. There's fear there and not knowing how to love yourself, okay? So you really need to, as you can see, there's a theme here. It's usually self-love, self-respect, to pour that on. So the affirmation for that is, I now discover how wonderful I am. I choose to love and enjoy myself. I'm not going to do all the ailments. Y'all need to go and get the book. You could go to hayhouse.com and purchase her books there. So if you let me see, another common one is anxiety. And anxiety means you're not trusting the flow and the process of life, and that's so true. And the affirmation you can use for that is, I love and approve of myself and I trust the process of life. I am safe. Let me show you how real these things are. So you see my sty right here. It's going away now because I've started to listen and stop doing what I'm not supposed to do. So when I started having this sty, and I do a lot of herbal natural remedies to try to get rid of it, and my spirits straight out told me this is not a physical condition. You have to get rid of the emotional connection first. And it was just like, what emotional connection? And then I remembered my Louise Hay book. And so I went and saw and tried to figure out what a sigh stood for emotionally. And it says, I was looking at life through angry eyes, and that I was being angry at someone. And it's so true, because what happens when I go on social media sometimes and I see like the bullshit that's happening in the country, and I see all of this drama, I watch the news and all of that, I do get angry. I do get upset. Okay. And it's just really like showing me that I need to stop doing that. So it was just something that was just in my face. I couldn't stand to see it. I hate to go into the bathroom to see it in the mornings, but I really do notice that it goes away when I stop paying attention to things that make me angry and things that upset my spirit, because we're really supposed to be really trying to keep on a high vibrational level. You know what I mean? And not keep feeding into, because really and truly, the government people and those kind of people, they love when we get angry. They feed off that negative energy. They love when we get angry. They love when we stay broke. They love when we fighting against each other. You know, they love that shit. We can't really depend, and they love when we're sick and depressed and all of that, because they feed off the negative energy. So we can't even really depend on certain people to, you know, look out for our best interests. We have to look out for our best interests. So that's why I've stopped paying attention to those kind of things. Everybody, you know, if you know me, you know I usually get so upset and angry and go on social media and talk about balance system and all of these things. I still do that every now and again. But really and truly, I really had to stop doing that, because then, you know, it was really affecting me not only emotionally, but physically as well. So that's just one thing I wanted to point out. Every single time, like I remember, like in this book, hemorrhoids is when you have hemorrhoids is when you do not want to let go of your past. And it's so freaking true. I remember like back in the day, every time, like years ago, when I used to go back to my ex, every single time I would go back to him, I would get hemorrhoids. Because it's like you need to let go of certain things. And so these connections are real. I am a living testimony. I just wanted to give my own experience to say that, you know, that's just what I have experienced so far with them. So you guys could go cop the book, because it's really very healing, and start your healing journey, I'm telling you. So the next topic we're going to discuss real quick before IG kicks us off, I need to start timing these shows, is my book, you guys. Like, oh my goodness. So I'm always sharing my recipes on social media with people, and they are always, Sheena, I can't understand what you're saying. I'm not seeing anybody asking me questions. So I've always been sharing my recipes with you guys on IG. Oh, the name of the book is You Can Heal Your Life. I'm sure it is on Amazon, but you probably could get a better price at hayhouse.com. And Hay House has regular sales, and they also give away a lot of free books. So you guys should join them up. Thank you, cuz. So it's You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And I recommend anything that Louise Hay writes, okay? I have like a whole slew of her books. Very healing, very empowering. So yeah, I can't even get over the fact that I'm now saying that I have a book on the market. So a lot of information in the book is just information that you could just go find online, right? So, but what I did for you is I packed the information in the book. So, what's original though are the recipes. The recipes are just my mixing up and stuff. I mean, some juices and stuff in there are like basic juices. You have tangerine juices. There's also information on how to make nut milks as well, your own homemade nut milks. And what to me the unique thing about the book is that I break down the ingredients that we use in the shakes, in the smoothies, in the juices. We broke down, like, my assistant did such a great job. I have to really big her up. I love her I love her so much. Like, she really helped me to work on this project. But what we did was we broke down the ingredients in the recipes, and we basically listed all the benefits of the food that we used. So you have all the benefits of tangerine. So say a shake that has goji berries and cashew nuts and say maybe plantains and say nut milk. We broke down what goji berries are good for. We broke down what cashew nuts are good for. And so the book is over 60 pages. It's very, very, very informative. It's very easy to read. You have a lot of recipes right there at your fingertips. They're very affordable also, and they're very filling. Okay, so and they're just like so packed with nutrients. So as you can see when you get the book and you read it, we're going to be doing some promotions soon with the book. I just really need to get my bearings together, but I really promised myself I wanted to get it out before December. So it's on Amazon Kindle right now. It's called Vegan Magic on a Budget: Shakes, Smoothies, and Juices by Jillian Francis. It's for $15. I think that was just like reasonable. I really wanted to get it to you for 10, but the negotiations that we were having brought us to $15, and I still think it's a good price, even though it's an ebook. The information in it is just really, really very powerful. So yes, please to go. I don't know, Mercury in retrograde is messing up my other live feed, but please to go and support and get the book. We're definitely working on publishing it in hard copy, and so those will be available soon. As soon as I told mommy that it was available, she's like, so when is the book launch? I'm like, mommy, it's not a physical book just yet. We're working on it. And everybody's asking me that too. People are asking me for signed copies and all of that. We are working on it. I just really promised myself to get this book out before December, and I did that because, as you know, I just really want you guys to have the information. So yeah, leave reviews, please. Let me know what you think about it. Honest reviews. If you think it's bullshit, let me know if you think it's bullshit. I don't mind. I am open to criticism. Let me know what you would like for me to, go into. We're going to be doing another book on vegan snacks and desserts. We're going to be doing one on salads. We're going to be doing one on main courses. So let me know. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'm so excited. I'm really excited. There are other projects that I'm working on that I'm so looking forward to sharing with you guys. I don't really want to say anything yet, but let's just say that I've always been telling y'all not to fall asleep on me. We're going global. We're taking things to, higher heights and newer levels, and like right now it's just like it's so much happening in terms of living my dreams, and I really have always wanted to just be that example, right? Yeah, the snacks book's going to be very interesting, and you guys are gonna love the snacks. Yeah, you guys are gonna love all the books. The name of the book, let me see if I can type it in here. It's Vegan Magic on a Budget. I soon be able to have a moderator. My assistant had her graduation today. Congrats, Danzy. So she's not able to really help me, but it's all good. We're figuring it out. I mean, it's very easy to find on Amazon. Once you go on Amazon and you type in vegan magic on a budget, it will pop up. It has pink in it, and it has 3 glasses of juices and some stuff on the and some vegetables on the bottom. So yeah, there we go. Anybody has any questions? I'm definitely going to be posting some. Make sure you have your notifications on. I'm going to be putting up some readings for the new year for you guys on my page. Hey, Sheena, podcast. Oh, Louise Hay has passed on, but she started a company called Hay House. By the way, Louise Hay was an abused child, and she didn't start her Hay House company until she was 50 years old. 50 years old. And even when she was 70, she fulfilled her dream of being a ballroom dancer after her teachers told her for years that she was too tall to dance and all kind of stuff. She was a painter, she was a publisher, she was a writer. She just was exceptional. I remember when I met her, it was so awesome. She autographed one of my books, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm having a groupie moment right now. And she was just laughing. And she was just like, I can tell you're doing the work. And I told her that it was a ripple effect, because I do intend, as I was saying before, we're taking this global. I do intend to have a huge impact on the globe. I'm talking about mogul movements. I'm serious. And we are just doing a whole bunch of projects and getting Jamaica out there. Like, I'm serious. I'm not depending on these politicians anymore, these government people. We're taking Jamaica in our own hands. I do not see why anybody in Jamaica has to suffer. I don't see why anybody in Jamaica has to live anything beyond living luxuriously. And that's just my intentions. I always say it, rich like the Middle East and full of peace like Treasure Beach. Like, yeah, them vibes are with upon, and we are making it happen. We are just definitely Jamaica to the world and developing Jamaica upon another level. So, y'all, make sure you're on this happiness train, because we're doing the damn thing, okay? Just want to say thank you guys so much for joining. Nam myoho renge kyo. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for sharing my journey, and thanks for basically helping to make my dreams a reality. I could not do this without y'all support, without y'all prodding me, pushing me, making demands of me, pushing me out of my comfort zone. And I want to thank Source for blessing me with all these blessings and my talents and the opportunities to express my talents, Big up IG for giving us this forum. And always remember, gratitude is the way to go. Why worry when you can pray? So get on your gratitude exercises today. I need to start really writing some songs. I've been rhyming so much recently. So anyways, you guys have a really good night, or enjoy the rest of your night, and lots of blessings, okay? Peace and love.